G'day, today we're going to have a look at the weekly challenge in Mini Motorways. This one is set in Mumbai. And we're back to railways, that's right. So we've got unlimited merry-go-rounds, roundabouts. We are getting twice as many traffic lights, and we get double the number of bridges. I don't think bridges do much in this one. Don't want traffic lights. And it is the week of the 1st of July. Alright, so if we can avoid crossing train lines, that's definitely what we want to do. While we are nice and slow at the start of this one, I thought I would circle back around to something I was asked in the previous one. I did have a little competition finally done by Dinosaur Polo Club about what was my question? Which city would you like to see? Was the question I asked. City would you like to see in Mini Motorways? Thank you for all the responses. There were a bunch, and as the same way that I talk through everything that I do in Mini Motorways, I figured I may as well talk through my process on picking a city there. To try and just cull the numbers, the first decision I made before looking at any of the submissions was, if you listed more than one city, it was only the first city that you listed. Someone said Singapore and then a couple of others, and so for example it was just Singapore was the only one that had a shot. I also made the decision that the winning city couldn't be a city that already appeared obviously in Mini Motorways or in Mini Metro or in All Quiet Roads. So Sydney appeared a few times, but Sydney does appear in All Quiet Roads, so that was that one getting eliminated. Actually, sorry, I want to use a few more roundabouts here too, I think. Basically, we want a roundabout at every entrance where we can cut it. There's another city that appeared a few times. I think Chongqing might have come up a few times if I'm pronouncing that right. And that was also a city that does appear in Mini Metro. So, it did actually knock out a fair few. I did appreciate the really unique suggestions. Someone did say Lusaka, Zambia, which I thought was really neat for a city I've never heard of before. But unfortunately, so I definitely did enjoy obscure sort of city suggestions. Lusaka though looked very flat and with no water as well, so it didn't look like there was too much of a say a challenge with it. The other city that I thought was quite neat in terms of suggestion of uniqueness was Sarenga. I think it was Sarenga, India. And with that one, I think it had a nice little sort of wavy road through it. Very much reminded me of London and the way that London looks in Mini Metro. So it didn't make the grade either. Other ones I quite liked. Orlando was a really creative one. There are so many tiny little lakes in Orlando. If you wanted an absolute nightmare difficulty of where you would need a crazy amount of bridges, certainly in Orlando would be it. The 4 finalists that I had, the 4 cities that made my very final list, were Pittsburgh. I thought that was quite a neat suggestion. Venice, again, because of the crazy difficulty that you would have. I mean, the level of zoomed in that you would want for Venice would be probably pretty extreme, but again, one that would have a lot of complicated sort of bridge work would be quite neat. I say that now, but I'm sure if I actually had to play it, I would be so miserable and mad at the challenge. Runner-up for me was Geneva. I don't remember what it was about Geneva that I liked, but it was certainly my close second. But the winner was Rotterdam. Rotterdam in the Netherlands. Firstly, it does make me think of the song I do appreciate, Rotterdam or Anywhere. But it is also a city I didn't even know where it was, even though I enjoyed that song. And I think for now I'm just going to connect all of these pinks just together. It's not a great setup, but what we're going to do. I really like Rotterdam for the unique way its sort of harbour system goes through the city. So there's a lot, like, instead of it just sort of being a flowing single sort of river, it's got a lot of outshots that are quite thick as well. And for that, I thought it would make a really, really fascinating map. So that was, so congratulations to Owen, who suggested Rotterdam. Yeah, that was my method to my madness there. But again, thank you to everyone that submitted something. It was fun looking at different places around the world. So the reason I'm doing this with the roundabouts, firstly, is to sort of space everything out a little bit. Can I get a roundabout in there for this guy? And let's do that. Get this guy across here connected that way. And we'll flip that guy back the other way. Actually, what we might do is we will use the bridges just to get that guy around there. We don't need to have him connected immediately. It is tricky working out whether you actually do need houses directly connected to, like, individually connected to the railway stations. Like, you can see that there's no order for anything going to the railway station at the moment. So, do I actually need dedicated houses for it? Or can I put like a line between these two guys, for example? And so this third house can go and help out over there. Until like those couple of orders come in, and then they can switch back the other way. These high-end top right-hand corner houses, unsure best approach for them at this stage. You only have the one blue house for the guy on the right, which does make me wonder if I need to give them a little bit more attention. Now we've got these two pink houses down the bottom here. I want to disconnect that pink off the line that's being used by the circular destination, just to give the circular destination a little bit more breathing room. This one blue house is taking control of that. The blue destination there, that's really nice to see. I have enough bridges too that we can run these three guys across here into there, and then we can get rid of that. Alright, so now take a whole lot of yellow to go help out there. kind of what I think I should do there is get this guy across to help out on that side. And then get these two connected. So this set of 5 yellow houses at the top can just look after both of those railway stations. This blue on the right needs help though. Get those two guys over there to try and help out. In fact, now that's connected to the railway guys also heading over to help out with that one. The problem is that that's actually reconnected all the pink network too. I think, or did I never disconnect the pink network? Not meant to do that. Every single pink house except for this one guy is connected to the network. We could do as well as we can. You know what? I want to get rid of that. Get rid of this. Turn all these guys down. Connect them in there. And then these four guys, these two house destinations down the bottom are okay. I don't love their setup. We really need to get more guys down there. Let's get rid of that road. What we're going to do is just send these guys down there. Think's a major problem. Okay, this is a good get. So, if we pause for a second, we have 2 pinks here that can look after this guy. So we actually don't want this guy connected to the rest of the pink network anymore. Problem is that that's also the guys who are looking after this blue. But what we could do... I don't really want an intersection, do we? It's got another roundabout if we can fit one. So we've got these 2 blue houses that can try and look after this guy. I'm going to turn that guy around to help with this house. So we've got 2 blues over there whose job is to just look after that. These 2 pinks over here are looking after this guy. I've totally ignored down here. Chance that'll cost us. So then what we also really need to do is disconnect a lot of what's happening with pink into individual sections. So if we get rid of, say, this and that, we can get rid of that again then. Just quickly change this back. And what we can do is just chuck like a motorway from there to there. Then these guys are just looking after that guy. So we're dividing out the amount of cars that need to be on these roads. And really what we still want to do is get rid of this last pink off that network as well. We've got 4 guys up there. Probably pretty close to being able to do it. What if we do that? Really, I think I kind of want one more house at the top. Definitely covered for blue down the bottom here. It's possible it'd be worth having a motorway. Let's get all these guys to just sort of run into this roundabout. Then what do I want them connecting to? Blues are wanting to head to this guy. I'll bounce them down here, I think. I can't believe that Pink is having a little freak out there. Like, you couldn't have more houses looking after you. I wonder if that's worth doing too. Let these guys just sort of get cut straight across if they need to. We have major problems with those pinks at the top though. Like, we just have major problems with pink across the board. Like, all of these guys aren't at home. So many bridges, I can have this guy just run around connecting there. I need to get more guys to the top. But no one is sort of in a place of peace. It's going to end up being a very bad score. That doesn't make any sense. Doing with that guy. We want to do with any of these guys. Have these guys turn around and go this way. This is our problem. There's no one at home here, so even if I connected these guys, that's not going to address it. There's some guys at home here. Could do that maybe. These guys are stuck. No, I'm cooked. All week. Real poor week. %. Well, if you've ever had the dream of beating me, and you've never topped that mountain, you definitely have the chance this week. Sub 1000th. Alright, there we go. Any questions or comments, feel free to check them below. And until next time, catch you later. See ya.